Welcome to the Magic Channel.
So today, we're going to do something a little different. Instead of just data and reports, we're going to dive into a story. We're going to unpack a really powerful narrative poem called The Ballad of the Cyclone. And trust me, it's a tale that feels both ancient and incredibly relevant right now. A story all about political collapse, a people's rebellion, and, what it actually takes to rebuild after the storm hits. And right from the get-go, the poem just throws us into this long, troubled history with its opening lines. From 48, the banners flew, governments rose, and governments blew. The message here is crystal clear. This isn't a story about one bad leader or a single rigged election. Nope. This is about a deep, destructive, repeating cycle of instability. And that cycle of instability? Well, it sets the stage perfectly for the first part of our story, a nation's treasure lost. The poem doesn't talk about some sudden disaster, but something way more insidious, a slow, grinding decay that's rooted in systemic corruption. But what does systemic corruption really mean, at least in the world of this poem? Well, we're not just talking about a few bad apples here. The ballad paints this picture of an entire political machine, where two parties just take turns driving, and they're both heading for the exact same destination, making themselves rich. They'd make all the right promises in public while, behind the scenes, they were just building their own private wealth. And get this, the poem gets super specific about this plundering. This isn't just some vague complaint. It's a laundry list. It talks about mountains and rivers being stripped bare, huge national loans just disappearing, and even foreign aid getting siphoned off. And in this detail that feels chillingly modern, it even points out how a global plague became just another business opportunity for the powerful to get rich. And this is where it all hits home. This is where the poem makes all that high-level corruption feel painfully personal. It's not about abstract numbers on a spreadsheet. That line, salaries frozen, dreams denied, wow, it just brings it right down to the human level. It shows how this grand theft directly translated into the everyday struggles and the stolen futures of regular people. It's like a poison, right? This decay didn't just stay in the halls of power. The poem describes how it spread through the entire society. Journalists trying to tell the truth were shut down. Dangerous drugs and fake cures were pushed for a quick buck. I mean, even education became something you could buy, with university jobs apparently sold to the highest bidder. What the poem is describing is a complete and total breakdown of trust in everything. So after all that, where does this road of decay finally lead? The poem captures the final destination in one single devastating word: default. After decades of being hollowed out from the inside, the nation's economy just collapsed. The money was gone. But right here, at rock bottom, the whole story flips on its head. Just when it seems like all hope is lost, the poem hits us with this incredible turn. But one day, people stood as one and ended what had long begun. The focus suddenly shifts from the rot to the resistance. All right, so this kicks off Act 2 of our story. The people stood as one. Now the spotlight moves away from the corrupt rulers and onto the citizens who finally said, enough is enough. So how did this whole thing go down? The poem lays it out like a 3-step plan for taking your country back. Step 1, unity. The people came together. Step 2, action. They literally chased the old guard out of their seats of power. And finally, step 3, a little bit of justice, as they sent the thieves back to the street. It's told as this clean, decisive moment of reclamation. But, just when you think they've won, a new threat appears on the horizon. Just as the people start to rebuild, the poem introduces this new chaotic force, a storm. That's both a real storm and a metaphor. This is the moment the cyclone arrives. Here's how the poem describes it. Then came the cyclone, wild and gray, tearing roofs and homes away. So a massive, literal storm just slams into the nation. It creates chaos everywhere and makes everyone incredibly vulnerable. Okay, and this is so important because this is where we get the central metaphor of the whole story. The cyclone isn't just bad weather. It's a disaster on two fronts. On one hand, you've got the actual physical destruction of a storm, but on the other, you've got a political storm, a whirlwind of lies, rumors, and opportunism, whipped up by the very people who were just kicked out of power. And the poem paints this incredible picture, this stark contrast in how the two sides reacted to the crisis. While everyday people were out there with lanterns, literally trying to help their neighbors in the dark, the old guard, They came crawling out of the shadows with rumors, trying to use the disaster as a political weapon. And yeah, the ballad makes it crystal clear what they were after. They saw the nation suffering and thought, here's our chance. Their message was simple: give us the power. Let us return to rule the plane. For them, this wasn't a tragedy, it was an opportunity. And this all leads us into the final act of the poem. A braver nation awakes. And it's not about fighting back with rage, it's about this quiet, really powerful resolve the people find when faced with this new, deceptive threat. So how do the people respond to this new storm of lies and manipulation? The poem's answer is just so clear-eyed and defiant. We are not the fools they think. It's this moment of absolute clarity. They see exactly what's happening, and they refuse to be played. And it's not just that they're aware, they are strong. The poem follows up with, "We do not bow, we do not blink." It's such a simple but powerful statement of resilience. They will not be scared, and they will not be intimidated by all this manufactured chaos. So what's their game plan here? Well, it's not what you'd expect. They don't fight fire with fire. Instead, the poem suggests their real power lies in their patience. We wait in patience, calm and still, till justice climbs the courthouse hill. They're making a conscious choice to trust the slow, deliberate process of the law over the frantic noise of politics. And that choice, that patience, brings us to the poem's powerful ending. It doesn't end with revenge or anger. It ends with this incredible vision of hope. A brighter dawn will surely rise, a land reborn beneath our skies. It is a profound statement of faith in the future. So what's the big takeaway here? The poem spells it out for us in its final lines. This is the ballad of the cyclone, where storms reveal the truth unknown. The ultimate point is that a crisis, for all the damage it does, is also a moment of pure revelation. It strips everything away and shows you the true character of a nation and its people. And that's really the question the poem leaves for all of us, isn't it? It suggests that every crisis, whether it's a political storm or a literal one, is a test. It forces us to look in the mirror and ask ourselves, when the cyclone comes for us, what truths is it going to reveal?
Thank you for watching.